Right, so how's it everyone? Winston Coetzee, aka Ranting Winston. So let's go through a couple of things just on the news. I'm thinking of doing this on Free SA, the YouTube channel that I have, and just do a daily update on the news and the situation in South Africa as it is and as it stands. So let's go first. Let's take a run through IOL. And I do agree with what the minister says, Dean McPherson. So let's have a look. Jobs can be achieved through infrastructure investment, says Minister Dean McPherson. Now, those of you who don't know Minister Dean McPherson, he's from the DA, and he is now officially the Minister of Public Works. So, Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure Dean McPherson was elated when President Cyril Ramaphosa announced turning South Africa into a construction site during his opening of Parliament address on Thursday. So Ramaphosa said the nation would be turned into a construction site through increased infrastructure investment and support from Infrastructure South Africa as a central authority for the coordination and planning of major construction projects. In a statement released on Friday, McPherson said he previously publicly mentioned that his focus for the department would be to unleash a wave of construction projects in the country to increase South Africa's economic growth and create sustainable jobs. I therefore welcome the President's support to my department's endeavours as we work to improve the lives of our people, McPherson said. The only way we can meaningfully bring change to South Africa and South Africans' people and improve living conditions is if we grow the economy and create jobs, which can be achieved through infrastructure investments, which I agree. You know, we have to upgrade our country. We have to keep our country relevant. So I agree. I agreed on that statement. An approach that enjoys the full support of the President, as mentioned in his opening of Parliament address. I have no doubts that we will be successful. All right, so I do agree. If I have to look, this is McPherson. He's a younger guy, but I do agree that we do need to upgrade South Africa. Our infrastructure is absolutely at a collapse state. If you look at our SOEs, you know, there's none whatsoever standing anymore. So we need to upgrade our country to stay relevant, and it's a good thing. It's a very, very good thing. So, okay, let's go one back. Let's go see what the other updates are. Malusi Gigaba. Now, this guy has absolutely been, you know, all over the show. He's been here, he's been there. So let's see what he says. Malusi Gigaba. With political maturity from all parties, the government of national unity will work. I agree. You know, if all the parties just respect each other and see each other for who they are and see each other's points, I'm sure it's going to be rough. Look, it's going to be rough because it's just going to be rough. All right, let's read. Former Finance Minister Malusi Gigaba said even through political parties incorporated in the government of national unity might have friction due to their opposed ideologies, the political arrangements will work to move South Africa forward. I agree. I definitely agree. On Thursday night, Gigaba, who remains an African National Congress Member of Parliament, an ANC member, told Broadcaster Newsroom Africa that all political parties involved in the government of national unity have no option but to work together to achieve the national goals, including eradicating poverty. Now, I agree. I agree. It is time that we have a parliament that represents South Africa. South Africa is one of the only countries with so many cultures and languages and religions and in one tiny little space. So I agree. Our parliament has to reflect the people of this country. And how do you do that? By having a parliament that has every South African's wants and needs and opportunities at heart. You can't have a one party lead all, like the ANC has been doing for 30 years now. One party representing the whole of South Africa. That cannot work. So like we have it now, where we have a government that consists of ANC, DA, IFP, Freedom Front Plus, COPE, and it consists of different parties make up this one body. So it's a step in the right direction. So it opens the door to more diversity and inclusion. Let me say it that way. So a lot of people is opposed to this, what's happening in Parliament now, but think about it from a logical point of view. It is the best thing that can happen for this country is what is happening now. It is not fully there yet, but it is a step in the right direction. So the government of national unity has been occasioned by the outcome of the elections. Okay, so like I said, there was no clear winner, so they had to work together. The result have been necessitated that we should work together, Gigaba said, like I just said in my speech before I even started reading this. We do expect that there will be challenges arising from the fact that you have brought into the government of national unity political organizations, of which the leading two have diametrically opposed policies, he said. So I agree. If you look at the DA and the ANC, they are complete opposites. They are not the same at all. But they are put in the pot by South Africans that voted. So South Africans put them in the pot or in a cage or in the ring and said, you guys will start working together now. You guys will make this a better place for South Africans. So I'm glad, I'm happy what happened with the elections. I'm happy. This guy is a very clever guy. I think we like-minded. All right, let's move on to the next. Okay, so let's get to the next one here. John Slope. Slope. There's this guy, he is just so set in his old ways and so indoctrinated, and it's a shame. It's a shame. This is MK party, so he's not part of MK. So okay, so he's some of the chief whip of the MK party. Leaders of the MK party in Parliament. Dr. John Slope has described President Cyril Ramaphosa's address on the opening of Parliament as appalling. Okay, yeah. John Slope, you probably would have done a better job, eh? Ho ho. Reacting to Ramaphosa's speech given by the grand occasion of the opening of Parliament in Cape Town, the former Western Cape judge president poured cold water on Ramaphosa's address. The speech was appalling, to say the least. It is very clearly the president did not prepare the speech himself. If anything, this in this party, in the government of national unity, my guess is that it was prepared by the DA members. My goodness, John Slope, if the speech was prepared by the DA, it would have been a completely different speech. But anyways, we're watching very closely in Parliament as the president was delivering his speech. You see, and here comes the race thing again. That's all that these people can think about. They always have to pull out the race card. It's either white, grey, black, Indian. It's always a race thing. It's never just a person thing. It's always a race thing. And it's so old. It is so freaking old now already. This race card is so old. But anyways, let's see what the race card did again. What did the white person do again? Because it's clearly stated. We're watching very closely in Parliament as the president delivering his speech. It was the white members of the DA who were busy applauding. It was all about pleasing the government of national unity parties, particularly the DA, he said. I'm not even going to read further on that. If you don't have anything intelligent, If you don't have anything smart or intelligent to say, and Dr. John Slope, if you don't have anything intelligent to say, except, it's a white or a black or a grey thing. If you don't have anything smart to say, then don't say anything at all. Just shut up, because you're making yourself look stupid. Always freaking race card. I don't know. They're so dumb. They got nothing else to say. Okay, let's do race. Let's talk about, no, it's a white thing. Oh, it's a black thing. Fucking the one brain cell that he has left is the only thing on that brain cell is just, it must be white. It must be white thing. Anyways, let's move on. I'm not going to work myself up on this video. So, Julius Malema criticizes Ramaphosa's speech. So MK and if you look at the MK and Julius's party, the EFF, it's very radical parties. They want a communist state. They want to be in control of this country. They want to get rid of voting. They want to get rid of private property. You will not be able to own any land in South Africa. And if you're thinking, they're just talking about white people or whatever, because that's what the words they use. No, it's going to be theirs. They stipulate and they say they will be in control of the land. Them. So basically Julius or Zuma will be in control of the land and in control of everything else. It's a stupid thing. They think communism and socialism will work in this country. They are outnumbered and they're grappling at straws now because they know that they have been defeated. They know. And this MK party, vroeg ryp, vroeg vrot, they're going to see their ass quite soon. Okay, so let's see what John Steenhuisen has to say. A lot of people are criticizing this guy for what he did, but I've got the utmost respect for what he did. And believe me, I wasn't always on his side. But what he did, the move he did, was the perfect move. We are in government now. John Steenhuisen says, despite disagreement on NHI, that's the National Health Insurance, courts will only be the last resort. So you're still talking about the National Health Insurance. Democratic Alliance leader John Steenhuisen on Thursday night expressed optimism that the members of the Government of National Unity will negotiate to find common ground on national health insurance. Okay, reacting to President Cyril Ramaphosa's opening of Parliament address in Cape Town, Steenhuisen said there is no consensus yet on the implementation of the National Health Insurance, but the parties will continue to negotiate. I do not think that any party to the GNU, Government of National Unity, does not believe that we need to have a universal access to basic health care for every South African, regardless of the economic status. And I do agree. Look, but in South Africa, we've got government hospitals where you can go and get treated for free. The only problem is the ANC has squandered so much money that it is impossible for people to get good service at a government hospital. So if the thievery and corruption can just get brought down, money could go back to these hospitals, and these government hospitals can get upgraded and and you can get the best service at them again. So you don't have to nationalize all the health insurance and bring in some more, open up a new bank account for more fingers to get into the pie. Stop that. Use what you have, the existing structures that you have, and just upgrade them. You don't have to make a new money pot. And that just opens up, it just opens up more corruption. If you want to have that money pot there, NHI pot there, it just opens up that opportunity for more fingers in the pie. But that's my opinion. So, yeah, I'm not going to go further. We all do know that when we know. So at least John Steenhuisen is busy, and the DA is still busy negotiating the NHI. Okay, so talking about SOEs and corruption and so forth. So this next article that I want to read here quickly is Ramaphosa spells out plans to address corruption at SOEs. For those of you who don't know what a SOE is, it's called a state-owned entity. So it's like our bus services and the electricity and everything that's state-owned. I know people don't know what SOEs is because majority of the SOEs don't exist anymore because they just don't have money anymore because of dirty, sticky fingers. But anyways, let's read what Ramaphosa says about the SOEs. President Cyril Ramaphosa says the government of national unity will implement a centralized model for state-owned enterprises that will improve accountability, transparency, governance, and oversight, while reducing efficiency and the potential of corruption. So, okay, they have had these interventions, but that was when the ANC was the only party within those structures. Now, with the government of national unity, so now it's not just ANC members that's going to oversee the processes or going to have a look at these processes. Now it is the DA, the Freedom Front Plus, IFP. Now it's a bunch of other parties as well that's going to have an oversight to see the growth or to see that we can put an end to corruption, which I think is absolutely a good thing. Okay. Ramaphosa said in his administration that the government of national unity will complete the work to restore the financial position and operational performance of the SOEs. Okay, so which I do agree upon. Delivering the opening of Parliament address on Thursday, Ramaphosa said the establishment of a state-owned SOE holding company will give South Africa greater capacity to build a sovereign wealth fund. The SOE holding company. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything about it for now, but okay, let's read on. It has been done successfully by other countries whose sovereign wealth funds have built up capital from the high performance of state-owned enterprises rather than from the fiscus. Okay. To tackle crime and corruption, we must have capable, sophisticated and independent law enforcement agencies that can fight complex and organized crime. There I will have to jump in. Yes, we do need to have independent agencies. We do need to have independent, have like a public agency that's completely separated from the government or the parliament or any parties. We need to have a private investigation agency to investigate these corruptions. How it's been done in the past is the ANC has just, investigated themselves. Oh, there's corruption there, so the ANC will go and investigate. You can't investigate yourself for a crime that you have committed. You're not going to find yourself guilty or sentence yourself to jail. It's utter chaos and utter lunacy to do that. So I do agree with that statement that we need to have an independent agency and completely separated from any political interference or any parliamentary interference. That would be the best way forward for us to make sure that when there is corruption within an SOE, that this investigation agency can go in, they can do their job without being threatened or without any prejudice or without any affiliation to any parties or affiliation to the parliament. Go in there with an open mind and get to the bottom of the truth and get to the bottom of what needs to get done. I agree with that. So that would be a very good thing. So if an agency like that starts, I would be all for that. Okay. Independent law. Okay. Now that's that for that one. I'm not going to go too deep with any speech. If you guys want to see his speech, you guys can just also go on to News 24 or any of the news, or just Google his speech and you can have the full speech, Parliament opening speech there. But yeah, so this is just my run through the daily news. I'm sad about the Springboks that lost, but you know what? One bloody kick. One. That last drop goal. Anyways, that's just my opinion from our side. Once I could see Please like this channel, subscribe to this channel, and send this channel around. And down at the comment section, just ask me just type there what you want me to have a look at and give my opinion on anything, and I will definitely gladly get back to giving my opinion on anything and everything. Let's go. Cheers.